Happy Thursday from room 1224. I'm Riley Kramer.
And I'm Mallory McDonald.
For the summer edition of OW Now, this has been Riley Kramer and Roan Stanley. Have a great rest of the summer. If we don't redo that, I'm dropping out of econ. No.
Riley Kramer, you are such a doll, and I'm going to miss you so much next year, especially between the music that we trade and the ideas that we connect with. It's just going to be crazy not having you next year in class. And it's going to be weird not having someone that understands the same thing that Lina and I understand, if you know what I mean, wink wink. But I'm just really going to miss you next year, and I can't wait to go to KU and visit you because you're like 20 minutes away, which is perfect. But yeah, and I love you very much and miss you.
Riley is one of my favorites. She's just really nice and sweet. She kind of all the seniors kind of strayed away from me, but she actually talked to me, and we kind of worked on that kindness project together, and it was just kind of cool to get to know her a little, and she actually listened. She wasn't someone's no, she would actually give you feedback, and she was just someone if you had a bad day, you'd walk in the room and her presence would kind of make you feel good.
Riley, when I first came into Convergence this year, you were the first senior I was actually friends with, and I remember seeing you around, and that's kind of why I wanted to get to know you, but you definitely were open to helping me out and being my friend, and so that was really helpful at the beginning of the year, so thank you for that.
I feel like you just give off a nice, you're always just kind, and that's so sweet, and it's just you always want what's best for everyone, and it's just hard to find people like that nowadays, so it's really great that you're just always supportive and outgoing and trying to help others.
I haven't really known Riley for that long, but over the time that I have, we've become pretty good friends, and we talk about a lot of fun stuff, and it's really weird sort of being pretty much towards the end of her senior year. It's quick friendship, so I'm gonna miss that, but it's been fun.
Hey Ravens, welcome to OW Now. I'm Dimma Matthews alongside Sydney Weeks.
Hi, my name is Dimma Matthews and I'm here for OW Now. You can see all these wonderful people all around here. Everybody's over here. We got the principals over here. We got the people over here.
Demalasia, where do I start? You are the type of person that when you laugh, it makes me laugh even more. And I am going to miss that so much next year because I can guarantee there's no one that's going to replace you. Your work ethic and your attitude and your sass is going to get you everywhere you want to go, because as long as you keep those three traits and you keep up the snaps and the hip pops and all that, you will shine. And I am so excited to see where you go, and I know Mizzou is going to be a great place for you, and I'm going to miss you so much next year.
I will remember that laugh. I could hear it from a mile away, but it was great, and even if I didn't know what you were talking about, I was laughing because it was just great.
I'll always remember your Valentines that you gave me, so always be your favorite hoe. And if I ever need fashion advice, I know who to hit up.
Dimma, I'm going to miss you so much. I'm going to miss walking in late and hearing you say a conversation all the way down from the office. Just hearing your voice, it's just makes my day. Just makes me want to come into this classroom.
Demalasia, I love you a lot. You are such a happy spirit, and literally you always make me laugh, and everything that you've ever done, you've made me laugh, so good for you. And enjoy your college years, and don't forget about us here at Olathe.
And I'm Mallory McDonald. From last week's walkout to this week's spring signing, here's everything happening at Northwest. At first, when you were coming into the second semester, I was ooh, a newbie, but I was you just really took your role and you just ran with it, and you just you started producing. You do stuff that some people don't even do, juniors. And you just you wanted to try everything, and I thought that was really cool because you just you were open to trying new things, and you anchored and you produced and you make great stories, and you just always you're really good at cinematography, and I see good things in the future.
Mallory, You came into this class not really knowing how it worked or how it run, but you picked up so fast, and it was kind of amazing because it took me and maybe some other people a little bit longer to kind of figure out how everything worked, but you just jumped right in and you helped out a lot and you created some really amazing stuff.
Hi Mallory. Even though you've only been in Convergence for a semester, you are like one of the nicest people ever, and it's just super fun to have you in yearbook and econ now. And I know you're going to do great things at Arkansas next year, and I'm excited to see where your future goes. So it was really nice getting to know you.
I aim for your 9th title.
Before we go, a reminder that Project...
Jesus Christ!
I think one of my favorite memories about Ben was we were doing a show and something bad happened with Hayden. Hayden deleted the bloopers, and I walked in and Ben was berating Hayden about how dumb he is and, you know, how he can't do a single thing right. And like that was when I first realized Ben was like a scary human being that you need to respect.
I think my favorite thing about Ben would be like how helpful he is and how knowledgeable he is, because he's like, you can just ask him questions and he always knows how to help you with stuff. And like, he taught me how to use everything back here. So he's cool.
Yeah. But he's like someone you should fear, but like he's really helped me out in the long run. I don't think like this class would be as fun without Ben.
Well, as for Ben Whitney, I am in fact going to miss a few things. He's actually helped me out a lot over the year. He's helped me figure out how to run the equipment, help me get it set up during the beginning of the year. I'm going to miss him. He's been a good leader. He's also helped me with what was it? Yeah, I remember him helping me set up the cameras when I was still learning how. I remember he helped me out during the, what was it, that summer camp. Overall, he's been a really good leader, a good role model. I am going to miss that.
He's a pretty cool guy. He's kind of snippy, but he still gets all his, I can't cuss, he gets all his stuff done. And he tells us what to do, whether it come across as snippy or not.
Okay, Ben, even though you're back there and you don't know that I'm talking about you, I appreciate that even though you're super intense all the time, you went out to ice cream with Armin and I that one time after Imagine, after you won all those awards. That was really nice, even though you really don't like us, I'm pretty sure. We like you, so it was fun. And I don't know, you've just been like a really good friend over the whole year, and I really appreciate it. I'm gonna miss you a lot.
Ever since I met Ben at the start of my sophomore year, we've always just sort of had a good connection, and so our friendship has always been pretty good, and he's always been a good friend. And he's really skilled with all of the things in video, such as stuff behind the camera and editing and pretty much everything under the sun. So I've learned a lot from him, and we've had a lot of fun and interesting and occasionally a serious conversation, and you know, it's been pretty awesome.
For the Raven Daily and the rest of the Convergence team, this has been Demma Matthews and Sydney Weeks.
Sydney Jo Weeks, you are so adorable and so tiny, and it's nice to have tiny friends. I'm gonna miss you so much next year, and it's gonna be weird not having you just around, like supporting us in everything you do, because you're always that one friend that's like, you got this, like I know you can do it. And it's just gonna be really sad next year not having that person. So I don't think anyone can fill your shoes unless it's Mr. Cooper, and he's not very good at that either. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm just gonna miss you very much, and I love you, and I hope you have a great time in Arkansas.
Sydney, you are so funny, and it's just, I love seeing you, and you always say hi to me, and it just makes my day. I love it when you would come up to me and say, hey Grace, you know, when I first walked in the door, and it just really helped me out and made me smile, and you're always really kind, so that's great.
Always remember your gymnastics in class. That's great, I love that. That's like, you're always just passionate about things that you do, and that's really fun.
Hi, Sydney. I'm really happy that on the first day of school we got paired up as partners, and we talked about our mutual dislike for Donald Trump on that first day, and that's where our friendship just blossomed. You are very talented in like both econ and gymnastics and other aspects of your life, and I'm gonna miss you a lot. You've definitely made an impact on my life, and I love you.
City Weeks, I am gonna miss you so much. I hope you have so much fun in college. I'm gonna miss you so much, just doing your gymnastics around the classroom and having Mr. Cooper scream at you, but it's pretty impressive because I can't even do a cartwheel.
Hey Ravens, welcome to ONW Now. I'm Roan Stanley alongside Lina Saturn.
I can't get this to work.
Everyone hates me.
Okay, Roan Stanley, Paul Jr. Stanley. You are an asshole and I hate you. But I'm gonna miss you so much next year, especially when I look over and you're not gonna be at the desk next to us. Lina and I have talked about how much you've been like an older brother to us, and it's just gonna be weird not having that same relationship with a junior or Hayden. Yeah, but I just can't wait to see you flourish in Arkansas and can't wait to come visit you. So I'll miss you and I know you'll do great things.
You definitely were very professional in this class, and I think that's going to help you in the long run. You definitely have a lot going for you because of how serious you are and how much you actually put into this class and how much you care about it, and that's just going to take you far. So
oh, and also that one time when you tried to do that one dance. What is that one dance? Remember, we always joke about it because you look so bad.
Roan, I'm sorry you cannot dance.
Paul Jr., where do I start? I'm gonna miss you a lot. You're like the annoying older brother that I never knew I wanted. You are annoying about 90% of the time, but the other 10%, you know, it's like you're a really good friend. I mean, other than the time that you punched me in the face, but I'm past that. It's all good. So have a killer time in Arkansas next year, and say hi to John Brown for me.
So what do I say about the senior class that I already haven't said to them to their faces? They're difficult, but they're super talented as well. But difficulty is okay because actually all of my kids at home are difficult, so is the senior class, but I love them like my own kids. I've heard, like, for years I've heard about this class, like even before I started school here, about how unique, I guess maybe is the word I can use here. They're challenging, but at the same time, I've come to grow. I've grown to love them as much as I've loved any other group of students that I've had. I often compare this class to Mount Everest, that they're like a tough hill to climb, but man, the view is beautiful once you get to the top. This is really hard for me to talk about them because they mean a lot to me. And we've been through a lot. I've known a lot of them since sophomore year. And man, they have given me a lot. They have made me a better teacher. They've made me a better person. And I thank them for that. I'm using a lot of ums and I hate when people do that. That's stupid. But they have high character. They work hard when they put their minds to it, and they will do phenomenal things in this world. You guys, I'm talking to you. I don't know why I keep talking to you like in a different person here, but thank you for everything you've done. We've accomplished great things this year, and we've had our good times, we've had our bad times, but I'll be on your side forevermore. So that's what friends are for. But I love you guys. I would love to see all of you again. Come and visit, except for Ben Whitney because he's really scary. He scares me, actually. But that's okay. Ben's made me a much better teacher. Since that day he sat down with Mrs. Morris and me and he kind of lectured me. But that's okay. I love him for that because he's like my dad. Hey, Dad. I love you. Shave the beard, though, buddy.
For the Raven Daily, this has been Sydney Weeks,
Emma Matthews,
Ben Whitney, Mallory MacDonald, Riley Kramer,
And Roan Stanley.
Bye.